Earth to the moon, bring men back safely, we can certainly go from the ground to the side of a building and back. It's eminently much simpler to do that.
I'm more confident doing this than I was in making the lunar module work.
Roy LoPresti and Larry Gordon are making aviation history, and they are doing it with this: a revolutionary new type of aircraft, a vertical takeoff and landing vehicle called the Guardian. It's a powered lift aircraft that combines a helicopter and an airplane. But to understand their aviation vision, you must first take a look at their pasts. LoPresti and Gordon have 2 lifetimes of flight experience between them, from military pilots to aeronautical engineering.
I was an airplane nerd as a kid.
But their knowledge of flying isn't limited to here on Earth. They also spent several years working for NASA. Roy LoPresti helped put the first man on the moon and was on the team that helped bring the Apollo 13 astronauts back to Earth. Now, they've combined lunar technology with their aviation expertise to create the Guardian.
It's a compilation of older technologies assembled in a new and unique way. And that's what makes the Guardian what it is.
The Guardian is not a helicopter.
This vehicle has the capability of doing every function a helicopter can, but doing it cheaper, faster, safer.
The Guardian is quite versatile and serves as a useful mode of transportation in many sectors, including all branches of the military, the Coast Guard, law enforcement, and even as personal aircraft. But the Guardian's most unique capability is its ability to perform high-rise rescues. The Guardian can go where a traditional fire truck, hook and ladder, or helicopters can't.
We've configured the vehicle so that it can contact the wall of a vertical building, dock, which is kind of a space term, fasten the vehicle to the building, transfer people to and from the vehicle. The pilot rotates the vehicle away from the building like so, assumes a vertical attitude again, disengages the lower docking receptacles, and then moves away from the building, and now can either go down and land vertically or pitch the vehicle over to a high-speed method of flight and fly toward a hospital.
The Guardian can not only save lives, it can help protect a city and its residents from future terrorist attacks.
This device can carry heat-seeking missiles, can be boosted to 10,000 feet in 2 minutes, and be on site to take care of any incoming aircraft that might be a threat.
The Guardian will also take off with the general population because unlike the current personal aircraft,
The Guardian does not need an airport to take off and land from. It can take off and land from any heliport, parking lot, or hospital facility, thereby allowing it to go to thousands of more locations than there are airports.
But for the Guardian to be of interest to the average person, it must satisfy a couple of requirements. It must be technically elegant, incorporate proven technologies, and have approval from outside aviation experts like NASA, the Defense Department, Congress, and independents like Sergei Sikorsky, whose father invented the helicopter.
We have those 3 steps you mentioned. We have a vehicle that is technically very interesting and very simple and very elegant. We have a team that has proved their mettle, and we've had outside people who are well known in the industry give us their blessing.
But most importantly, LoPresti and Gordon, through team member Dr. Yoli, have already created and tested a simple version of the Guardian. This vehicle, called the Hummingbird, took flight in 1999. The Guardian uses similar technology, but has a lot more power. So what will it take to get the Guardian off the drawing board and into the air? For starters, about 6 months and an investment of a little over $200,000. That would cover Phase 1, the creation of a radio-controlled model prototype that takes off vertically, transitions to horizontal flight, and docks with a building, demonstrating its high-rise rescue potential. Phase 2 would require $2 million. In about 1 year, a full-scale vehicle that demonstrates real high-rise rescue could be built. And finally, Phase 3, With $50 million and a 4-year time period, a full-scale Guardian prototype could take to the skies and help write a new chapter in aviation history.
In the history of aviation, there's been several major milestones. The first, of course, was the Wright brothers airplane that was the first aircraft heavier than air to fly. Later, Igor Sikorsky invented the helicopter, allowed us to hover. In the 60s, we had the space program, which was a major part of that. And now we've come up with another totally different way to fly, which combines the vertical capability of a helicopter with the simplicity of a fixed-wing aircraft, allowing it to perform every function of a helicopter, but being able to do it cheaper, quicker, less expensive, inside of a city, underneath trees, through alleyways. It opens up a whole new area of aviation.